Hey fellow beaters, so in this tutorial I want to show you how to make my double snowflake earrings, and really simple to make. All you're going to need are some 11O beads. I'm using my galvanized silver here, two 8mm pearls or any 8mm bead, and two 4mm beads, and then of course I'm using about 3mm fire polish, which are these over here, and you're going to need 20 of those, 10 per earring. The color, I will look this up. It is, I believe it's white luster, but I will get the exact color. Please check the description box for all the colors and quantities. And I repeat this because someone will always write me a question. And I don't mind answering the question, but the information's right there if you just take a second to look or just rewind the video. So what you need are 11Os, 8mm pearls, 4mm pearls, and 3mm fire polish. Of course, all the bead types are interchangeable, so you can use bicones and other types of round beads, yeah, that's it. Or rondelles, sorry. Couldn't think of the word for a second there. Anyway, well, let's get started. Oh, also forgot to mention, 6-pound fireline is what I am using. So start off with about maybe 14 inches, a little over a foot, and that's it. All right, my fellow beaters, so what you're gonna do is start with 6 of the fire polish and 6 of the 11s, and you're gonna bring them down to your bottom of the thread, just like I have done here. Let's get all these beads out of the way, give myself a little room to work. And you're gonna tie a knot. So let's go ahead and make a little ring. So you can see my little ring. I'm just tying a square knot. Want a nice secure knot, and then what you're gonna do is go into the closest fire polish bead and reinforce the entire circle. So here I am. I'm going straight into the fire polish here, and then just going all the way around. So I'm usually just going to do this 2 beads at a time, and I'll try to keep my thumb out of the way. So there's 2. And I seem to have a little piece of tape stuck on my finger. Okay. Well, it's actually a cut. So if you're wondering, my hands are not dirty. It's a cut on my hand. So, okay. So I'm all the way back to the beginning. Now what I'm going to do is just go forward and come out of an 11. Just like that. And trim this little bit of a tail thread. So the tail thread got pulled in as I went around, and the knot is far away from that end now. Okay. So what you're going to do is pick up your 8mm. Well, actually, first you'll need a couple of 11s. So pick up an 11, the 8mm, and then another 11. And you're going to go into the 11 that is directly across, so that one right there. And so as you can see, the thread is going from right to left. So here you want to go left to right. And then just push that into the center and then give your thread a tug. So I'm just holding it down in the center and then just giving it a tug. Now, go back. You're going to go back through the 6mm, but before you do, pick up another 11. Then go into the 6mm. or sorry, 8mm. It's not a 6, it's an 8. My apologies for that. And then you're going to come back and pick up another 11 and then go back into that same 11 where the thread where you first started, basically. Just like that. I have it a little loose because just to make it clear to see. But once you give everything a pull, you could see that all the beads will sit snug. So the 11s on either side. So you get this little trio of 11s there and a trio of 11s here. And then this, our big 8mm. All right, so then go through the fire polish. Trying to make sure I stay in the center of the screen. I've gotten a new camera system and I'm still trying to figure it out. Okay. All right, then pick up 3 11s and go into the next fire polish. Just like that, and you're going to create a little picot. And we're going to do this all the way across, so let me move these over. Pick up 3 11s, and go into the next fire polish. And we're going to continue all the way around, so we're going to do this about 6 times total. So 4 more to go. Pick up 3, and then go into this next fire polish. So hopefully it's a top view, you can see what I'm doing. And again, 3. So I'm going slow just to help, make sure you understand what I'm doing, and just makes it easier to follow along. We're almost there. 1, 2, and 3. And go into the next fire polish. And last time. And then continue up into the picot here. So in this little group of 3, you want to come all the way up to the middle one here, the one that's sticking straight up. And then we're going to add the next group of fire polish. So here they are. So pick up a fire polish, an 11, a fire polish, an 11, and another fire polish, an 11, and end with a fire polish. So it's going to be 3 11s and 4 fire polish, and you're just going to go back around just the middle 11-0. So I just flipped it over, so this is the back. And now I'm just going to reinforce my little set of 8 beads here, or 7 beads. And I'm just going all the way around the beads. So not adding anything, just reinforcing. All right, just flipping it back to the front because I want to make sure my other pearl ends up at the top here, or ends up on the front, I should say. So what you're gonna do is pick up your 4mm pearl, and note you want to be coming out of this 11 down here at the bottom part right here, and we're gonna go across to this one. So this time the thread is going left to right, so we are gonna go right to left. And if I'm gonna turn this upside down just to make it a little bit easier on my wrist. So as you can see the thread there, and I'm just gonna go in the opposite direction. And then just pop the bead right into place. Just like that, and then you're going back into the pearl. Hold it down with your thumb so it stays in place, and then go back through the 11-0 where it all started, right there. And so I went through the 11 and then I just went into the fire polish. Okay, so now I am once again going to add 3 11s, or pick up 3 11s and then add them. And what I'm going to do is just go into the next fire polish. Just like that. And again, go into the 3, or pick up 3 and then go into the next fire polish. Just like that. And one more time, pick up 3 and go into the fire polish. Okay, so we are almost done. We just need to make the ear wire loop. So we need to get back up here to this 11 right there. And so you just want to keep going, go through. I'm coming out of a fire polish, so I'm just going to go into this next 11 in fire polish. And then just go through those set of 3 11s that I added. Okay, so I'm just making my way back to the top. So now I'm just going to go into the fire polish. And then here I just want to go into just the next 2 11s. So I do not want to go through all 3 of them. All right, and then pick up 4. Four 11s, and then go back through just that middle 11 again. Go through the first 11. Now what you're going to do is pick up an 11 and go into the next 11. And again, pick up an 11, go into the next 11, and one more time, pick up an 11 and go into the next 11, and if you can, go into the one after that, so go into the next 2 11s. All right, so now just reinforce all of the beads. And to reinforce, I usually just do 2 beads at a time. So I'm trying to hold it in a way that you can still see what I'm doing and not have my fingers block block the needle and the side of the needle. And okay, so I've gone all the way around just about, so I just need to get through to these last two 11s. There we go. And then all you have to do is tie a couple of 1/2 inch knots and you should be good to go. So I'm going to go through this next 11 and then tie a knot between the 11 and the fire polish. So my 1/2 inch knot is tied, and now I'm going to go through and then continue forward and then tie another 1/2 inch knot between the next 11 and fire polish, which is right here. I'm coming out of that 11. So there's my loop. Just trying to make sure that the loop, as it tightens, stays between the beads that I want. And now I can go ahead and weave away the thread and trim. Okay, so let's move my 11s out of the way. I'm just gonna add in the ear wire here. Okay, there we go. Added the ear wire, and these are my double snowflake earrings. And really quick and easy. I made one in about 15 minutes, so you should be able to make a pair in about half an hour. And these will be some great little last minute gifts if you have someone who likes pearls. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.